Git commit. Welcome to this presentation on Git commit. In this presentation, we will explore the concept of Git commit and understand its importance in the world of version control. Git commit is a crucial command in the Git version control system. It allows you to save changes made to your project files and create a snapshot of your codebase at a specific point in time. This snapshot can be used to track the history of your project, revert to previous versions if needed, and collaborate with other developers. Understanding Git commit is essential for anyone working on a software project, as it provides a way to manage and organize your code changes effectively. In this presentation, we will dive deeper into the details of Git commit and explore its various aspects. Let's start by understanding what Git commit is. Git commit is a command that saves the current state of your project files. When you run the git commit command, it creates a snapshot of your codebase at a specific point in time. Each commit has a unique identifier known as a commit hash, which can be used to reference that particular version of your project. These commits form the history of your project, allowing you to track the changes made over time and revert to previous versions if needed. The ability to create and manage these snapshots is a fundamental aspect of version control systems like Git. It enables you to keep track of your project's evolution, collaborate with other developers, and ensure the integrity of your codebase. Before you can create a commit, you need to prepare the changes you want to include. The first step is to use the git status command to see which files have been modified or added in your working directory. Once you've identified the changes you want to include in the commit, you need to stage them using the git add command. This command adds the specified files to the staging area, which means they are ready to be included in the next commit. It's important to note that only the staged changes will be included in the commit. Any unstaged changes will not be part of the snapshot. This allows you to selectively choose which changes you want to commit, giving you more control over the history of your project. Let's take a look at an example. If we run git status, we can see which files have been modified or added. We can then use git add to stage the changes we want to include in the commit. Now that you've staged the changes you want to include, it's time to create the commit. You can do this using the git commit command. When you run git commit, you'll need to provide a commit message that describes the changes you've made. This commit message should be concise and informative, providing a clear explanation of what has been changed in this particular commit. For example, you might use a commit message like implement new feature for user authentication to describe the changes you've made. Commits are the building blocks of your project's history. Each commit represents a specific state of your codebase, and by creating these snapshots, you can track the evolution of your project over time. This allows you to easily revert to previous versions, understand the context of changes, and collaborate with other developers more effectively. Once you've created a commit, you can view the history of your project's commits using the git log command. The git log command will show you the list of all the commits made in your project, including the commit hash, the author, the date, and the commit message. This information can be very useful in understanding the evolution of your project and the context of the changes that have been made. You can also see the specific changes that were made in each commit, which can help you understand the reasoning behind certain decisions or the impact of a particular change. Commit history is an essential tool in version control, as it allows you to navigate and reference specific points in time within your project's development. By understanding the commit history, you can more effectively collaborate with other developers, debug issues, and ensure the integrity of your codebase. Sometimes, after creating a commit, you may realize that you need to make a change to it. This is where the git commit amend command comes in handy. The git commit amend command allows you to modify the most recent commit. This can be useful if you need to change the commit message, add or remove files from the commit, correct any mistakes or typos. When you run git commit amend, It will create a new commit with the updated changes, replacing the previous commit. This can be a powerful feature, but it's important to use it carefully, as it can impact the project's commit history. For example, let's say you've created a commit, but then you realize you forgot to include a file. You can use git add to stage the file and then run git commit -amend to update the previous commit with the new file. Remember, amending a commit can have consequences, especially if you've already shared the commit with others. Use this feature judiciously and be mindful of its impact on the project's history. In addition to amending commits, Git also provides a way to undo commits. This can be done using the git reset command. The git reset command allows you to undo one or more commits. For example, git reset head 1 will undo the most recent commit, while git reset head-3 will undo the last 3 commits. It's important to note that when you use git reset, it doesn't actually delete the commits. Instead, it moves the branch pointer back to the specified commit, effectively undoing the changes. The commits still exist in the repository's history, but they are no longer part of the current branch. If you want to create a new commit that undoes the changes from a previous commit, you can use the git revert command. This will create a new commit that reverses the changes made in the specified commit without modifying the project's history. Undoing commits should be done carefully, as it can impact the project's history and potentially cause issues for other developers working on the same project. It's generally recommended to use git revert instead of git reset when possible, as it preserves the project's commit history. In summary, git commit is a fundamental command in the Git version control system. It allows you to save changes and create snapshots of your codebase at specific points in time. These commits form the history of your project, enabling you to track changes, revert to previous versions, and collaborate with other developers more effectively. To prepare for a commit, you need to stage the changes you want to include using the git add command. Then, you can create the commit using the git commit command, providing a concise and informative commit message. You can view the commit history using the git log command, which will show you the list of all the commits made in your project, including the commit hash, author, date, and commit message. This information can be very useful in understanding the evolution of your project. If needed, you can also amend or undo commits using the git commit amend and git reset commands, respectively. However, it's important to use these features carefully, as they can impact the project's commit history. Git commit is a powerful tool that is essential for managing and collaborating on software projects. By understanding and effectively using git commit, you can ensure the integrity of your codebase, track changes, and work more efficiently with your team.